1, go.
Okay. I didn't know if I was kicking it off or if you were. Go ahead, Sporadic.
You're welcome to introduce yourself if you like, or I can introduce you, whatever you'd prefer.
You know what? We've had enough issues and tech delays. I think we'll just jump straight into it, shall we?
Yes, let's go.
What's up, everybody? I'm PeekingBoo. I am doing a SM64 speedrun of 70 star with Dancepads. We had a few issues, so I'm not going to waste any more time, but I'll give a quick countdown for the timer. So let's begin our run in 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, welcome. We're doing Dancepad 70 star, and I haven't really had a moment to compose my thoughts because everything was happening and it happened a lot. But the thing I'll direct you to first of all is that, well, unlike what people have probably seen in my stream, we actually have 2 webcam angles happening at the same time because even though my webcam is capable of a wide shot, there's kind of too much nothing out there, so I figured I'll show you more stuff. The second thing is that we have an input display at the very bottom of the gameplay. This will show you exactly what I'm pressing as I'm pressing it, because, you know, you guys need to know exactly what these buttons that I'm pressing are and how they translate to the game. So obviously over here I'll be moving Mario with my directionals. Then we have the A button to jump, the Z button to crouch, the B button to punch, and the C up arrow to go into first person view. And when we combine all of those things together, we can actually control Mario as though we were using a real controller. Now up the front, because this is a DDR arcade setup, I do have 6 additional buttons, which is normally used for controlling the menu in the song wheel. But we're going to be using those for camera controls and pausing and stuff like that. You know, all of those things that aren't really necessary. We can get through the whole game without them, but they just kind of make things a little easier. So, with that said, let's begin our run. We are up to the very first stage, which is Bob on Battlefield. And you guys are probably familiar with the famous Bob-omb clip. Well, we're not going to see that. We're going to grab this box instead, because this box makes it a lot easier for me to just go into this corner, push it into the wall there, and crouch through to get it that way. And just like that, that's star number 1. But basically, this run is more of like a very fast let's play of a typical Mario 64 playthrough, I suppose. So you're gonna see a lot of things that you wouldn't see in a normal 70 star speedrun. That goes from stages to tricks to all sorts of things. Like this, for example. I'm the only streamer that probably has to squat and hit the floor with my hand in order to do, well, I don't even know what the name of the trick is. It's like kick jumps, I guess. But if you hold the jump button and then mash the punch button, Mario will kick up slopes. So we're up to our first boss here, which is King Bobo. Grab him. We jump back over his head to land behind him. Grab him again. Throw him to the right. Jump behind him again. Then throw him upright. And then, if everything went well, the star should be right in front of me. Easy cake.
Very nice. Do we have time for a donation here?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
All right, I got $25 from Roboto66Y, who said, Trevor Belmont Netflix costume and the money goes to a great charity. Easy money.
Okay, now, you know, I think what I'll do is we'll make a little incentive for this stream. Usually we wouldn't ever do this in a 70 star run, but if you guys make it possible, then I'm not gonna argue with it. But where are we up to with the donations? We're nearing 5K, right?
That's right. Currently, it looks like we are sitting at 4,771.
Okay. Well, if we can get to 5K before I have to climb the infinite stairs, I'll BLJ up those stairs. I've seen, I can see a few questions in chat asking how BLJs happen. If you want to see that happen, you've got exactly 67 more stars to get those donations in. Alright, now that we're done with Bob on Battlefield for the time being, what we're going to do is go over to Princess Peach's secret slide. The infamous slide where everybody guns for the 12.6 time. I've only ever got it once in my life, but if you guys want to guess what time I will get, put your guesses in chat now. And the winners of the guesses will of course have all the glory. And here we go. So what you do is you bounce off the wall to go in reverse, to then bounce off this wall to go forward, and that way you can bounce over this barrier, completely skipping the stage. Unfortunately 13.5, but if you guess correctly, good on you. This controller that I've got up here as well is it's just for me. It controls my splits so that I can see exactly what I have to do next. Because even though I've run this game a number of times, I actually forget all of it. So right now we're going into Womp's Fortress, which is where we are going to do the famous cannonless trick. And if you guys are lucky, I'm going to end up doing it maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 times because I'll keep failing it. But we're aiming for a first try here, so let's see how it goes down. 1, 2, 3. Up here, swing around, jump the gate. Okay. Grab this right wall, backflip, C left twice, punch, C right, C left, down, tap left as he walks off, and perfect. Here we go! Now all of that setup is very different for me, right? Because normally someone with a controller will have an analog stick, so they can walk very slowly toward the edge. With me, I've got dance pads, which is basically a D-pad. And so Mario runs at full speed everywhere. And it gets really, really, really tricky when you have to do fine movement, and you just can't because the game doesn't allow it. And you're gonna see that a bit more later. Here we go! Okay. Wow, blue is done. Next up, we are going back into Womp's Fortress, and we're going to go and say hello to King Womp, which is at the very top of the stage. So a lot of this follows the same route of going up this ramp, triple jumping unless it eats my jump, and then taking the safety warp in this corner that you might not have known about, to then triple jump off this Womp. There we go. Easy peasy. Now the fun thing about Womp is that while he is transitioning in his animations, you can actually do a ground pound and just go straight through him without taking damage and without getting moved. Just like that, he is a pushover. Oops. Here we go! And in we go again. Now let's see here. I'm trying to think of any other things that we kind of need to cover for the basics of this game. But basically, the way I've set the button layout here is just to be as comfortable as possible. Oh my goodness, Alright, that's 2 for 2 with these failed triple jumps. Let's go around to the warp again. Okay. Man, I'm just getting every jump eaten today. So we failed the backup. We failed the backup of the backup. So now let's just go with the intended route of going up here and changing this camera angle so I can wall kick off. Okay. I think every jump I've tried to do, I should probably just delay my jump a tiny bit because I might just be pressing too early. There we go. Here we go. So yeah, the way I've got my button set up is I originally just tried to make it look like a regular controller, so you know, D-pad on the left, actions on the right. As I started playing more complicated games, that started to change, and it's kind of at a point now where I just play whatever feels the most comfortable for me to stand in like a neutral position, right? So moving and jumping, I want those buttons to be like very central. Likewise, anything that complements my jumping, I want to be as close as possible. similar to how you'd have like your thumb on the controller where you would slide your thumb across 2 buttons. It's the same as me with 1 foot sliding across 2 like that. And so that's why we have crouching and jumping there, and then we have crouching and punching there. So we can do 2 sets of movement. Because the one thing that we don't really need to do at the same time, oh my goodness, is jumping and diving. We can do those separately, just like that. 1, 2, 3. And round we go. We're doing 100 coins now, so this one might take a little while. If you have any other donations, feel free to read them.
I absolutely do. I have a donation here for $30 from TKO from Tokyo, who says, great games and a great cause. Symphony of the Night is an excellent game, and also I see a Netflix Castlevania incentive, and I have to donate to this. Let's get this goal met.
Okay. All right,
That
so
incentive is so incredibly close. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I've got nothing really to say in this stage.
All right, we only need $5 more to meet that incentive. We're at 115 out of 120. So if anybody has $5 and they want to see that Castlevania Symphony of the Night Trevor Belmont Netflix costume, get those donations in.
And of course, just a reminder that all of these donations, regardless of where they go, if we hit the 5K mark by the end of this run, I will demonstrate backward long jumps up the infinite stairs.
I was wondering what that stood for, but I was afraid to ask.
Okay, fair enough. Well,
No,
if you ever have any questions,
I wanted to ask, but I didn't want to cut you off.
that's fair. Well, if you have any questions, and that also goes for you guys in chat, I am reading every now and then, so like, feel free to ask them. I'll do my best to answer.
You want to know more about BLJs, but you're afraid to ask. Don't be afraid. Ask me.
Okay, so we just got coin number 100, so we collect the 100 coin star there, and now we fall down here for the red coins. There we go. Unfortunately, 2 coins extra than what I should have got, but what can you do? So from here, we're going to the slide again. Now you're probably wondering, why didn't I just do the slide twice when I was there? And it's because every time you enter the slide, you get sent back to the center of the castle. So it actually takes longer to re-enter this stage from the center than it would be to just go into another stage that's closer, and then when you exit, you're already closer to the center. You're already closer to the slide, if that makes sense. Well, that could have been okay, but we got a 14.5 this time. Good thing nobody guessed, because they probably all would have been wrong. And that is the slide done. So, now that we're done with the slide there, we can go straight into the wing cap stage. And honestly, this is probably one of the harder things for me to control in this game. The wing cap is very... It's a bit of a mess, honestly. So because all of my directions are very extreme and absolute, Mario just goes up and down very, very, very aggressively. But that's a piece of cake, and we are done.
I'm so impressed by this. I can't do this with my hands.
You'd be surprised how many people actually say that.
I actually probably wouldn't be surprised by how many people say that. We did have a question for you in chat. How long can you grind this before your legs get sore?
You know, that's a great question. So I tried to do a Mario 602, which for those of you that don't know is Mario 64, Sunshine, Galaxy 1 and 2, 100% back to back. It's an absolute... It's a brutal category. It takes the fastest runner about 19 to 20 hours to do. And I was on my feet for about 20 hours or so before I eventually gave up. But in that time I managed to at least do 64 and all of Galaxy, and I got about a quarter of the way through Sunshine. So that was pretty good, but yeah, that's probably the longest I've gone, and I never want to do it again.
Just take a long bath afterwards, or like, what did you do?
I actually took a shower during the stream. Obviously not on camera, but
Okay.
but yeah, like I had to, like I needed to do something because I was just I was in that much pain. Oh, okay, careful, careful. All right, so we are grabbing the baby penguin here, which is the SM64 car alarm. We're taking down here to his mother, who's then going to give us a star. So that's great. Okay.
Here we go!
Time for a donation here.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we had a $5 donation from Segastar. Said 13.5 on the dot. Here's the donation I promised. I want to see a BLJ on this wacky setup.
All right, we're going to do a cheeky little thing with the ice slide here, where we just kind of run off the edge, dive onto this part of the slide, and then just fall. And there you go. The whole slide is done and skipped. So that's great. The only thing we don't have to do now... Oh, sorry, the only thing we can't do now is that again. Because racing the penguin, he unfortunately knows that we're cheating. So we have to do it the normal way the next time around. And in we go again. So just like the slide you saw a moment ago, we'll call that the any percent slide. And then what we're doing now is the, I guess what you could consider the 100% slide. So now, because this penguin has an eye for detail, and he knows if I'm cheating, we unfortunately have to follow the whole thing around. I also want to make sure not to pick up many coins here, because if I get over 50, it wastes time during the scoring screen at the end of the stage. We're just going to slide on down here, not collecting any coins. Easy peasy. Oh boy, okay, that was almost a mess. We'll just wait for him to come in. Where are you, buddy? Alright, and that is the penguin star. Now coming up next, we have cool Mountain Red coins. This one isn't too bad. It's fairly linear, which is nice. So all I'm going to be doing is just grabbing the 8 red coins in hopefully the most convenient order I can. So we're just going to slip off this cliff here. Long jump over to... Oh no. Long jump over to this coin, and then dive our way around here. As you slide on the ice, you pick up speed, so the sooner you do it, the better. Okay, grab that hidden coin there. Run across the bridge, try not to get hit by the snowman. Good. Double good. Now, I'm going to leave that coin up there, because I want to go down here and grab this one. Unfortunately, missing out on the way down, but saved it with a side flip, so that's great. This one's always scary, because if I jump at the wrong time, well, I slip right off, so that's good. That's taken care of. So we're at 6 red coins. We take this warp, hold up right, and then as soon as I land here, I hold up and jump. So that changes my camera and also keeps me in a nice, convenient position there. And then we grab this one here. Now, I stopped there because I need to go into Mario Cam. Unfortunately, I didn't get the original angle that I wanted, but Mario Cam helps me line up that jump there. If you try and do that without Mario Cam, there's a high chance you won't even land on the other side of the bridge, because I only have 8 directional movement, and this game doesn't really cater to that most of the time. So we're going to do the snowman's head now. This is the final stage of Cool Mountain for us. Once again, a very simple one. So we're going to slide on down here. And I'm pretty sure you have to follow the full path, but thankfully there's no cap on how fast you have to do it. So you just swing on around, and then as soon as you reach the end, that's GG. If you've got any other donations, feel free to read them.
Yes, I have $50 here from Alex from Alaska, who says, for the BLJs!
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that, dude.
And I would like to say with that, our Castlevania Symphony of the Night Trevor Belmont Netflix costume incentive has been met.
Yo, let's get some claps in chat. GG, everybody. Okay.
I can't not plug the short animal game bonanza where to run though. That's our next one. We have less than $50 to go for that one. More silly hats. Please get those donations in for more silly hats.
Okay, so we are going over to the first Bowser stage. And this stage is... it doesn't really have a whole lot going for it, but it does introduce us to switches where blocks appear when you press the switch, and you have to get anything that's on them before they disappear. So we just got our 2 red coins there. It also introduces, well not introduces, but demonstrates that Mario can triple jump on slopes if he's done 2 jumps on a flat surface beforehand. And that's actually really important to skipping a lot of stuff in Mario 64, because there are certain slopes that you just can't walk up. But if you have a triple jump, it pretty much ignores that and just lets you go, really. So we have to wait for this cycle, rotate the camera around. This is unfortunately a bit slow, but we do. Oops. Okay. Come on, Mario, you can do it, buddy. Okay. Drop down here. One, two, three. 1, 2. Okay, unfortunately this button here is kind of sloped. But you can see there, you can triple jump up that slope that you normally couldn't go up. So that worked out great. And there's one really annoying thing about SM64, and that's if you're standing on a slope and you try to jump, if you try to move while jumping, it doesn't let you do it. You basically need to be moving beforehand. Also, that was a great Bowser throw. Can we get a round of applause for that Bowser throw? I clearly was not paying attention. But hey, that's the first Bowser stage done, and we're moving on to the basement now. That's great. Okay. Alright, so first stage in the basement that we're going to take care of is Big Boo's Haunt, and that's mostly because it's the closest stage as soon as we enter, so let's get on in there. Well, that's up. Okay, now the Boos have a gigantic hitbox, and it's really, really annoying to deal with sometimes. And you're going to see that a lot in this stage, because we have to take out 3 giant Boos, and they will be nowhere near me, but I'll be able to jump off their heads, slash, they'll be able to hit me, and it's just really annoying. They're very annoying things. But what we're doing right now is we're going on a bit of a Boo hunt, so we just need to find where all of the Boos are in this stage. Thankfully, they go in a clockwise direction starting from the second door. I'm going to skip that top right door though, because for me it's actually faster to go through here. Instead of going around from the other door, I just punch him in the face, and then I just come on over here. I wait a sec so that Boo doesn't get stuck in the little narrow section to the right. And then we're out of here. Now we have to fight the big Boo. Thanks, Boo. So see how, like, I'm hitting him even though he's nowhere near me? Except now, where he's deciding to be a jerk. Come on, dude. Thank you for demonstrating your hitbox. Okay, I thought I could get the cool-looking side flip, but that didn't happen. So let's just do it nice and slow and casually. Okay, but the ghosts hunt isn't over yet. We get to take down even more ghosts as we go into the merry-go-round. And from there, we get to basically run around in a big circle, taking out a whole bunch of boos. So, starting off, we'll go into here. I want to push against this railing, hold up, hold down, and if I did it right, I would have actually landed on the platform behind me, but it's been a while. I actually did, I've only done a D-Rust of this as of yesterday, and that was after like a 4-month break. So, I'm feeling pretty good about this run, but I'm nowhere near, you know, where I usually am with this game. But that's okay. Okay, another PeekingBoo. Done. He was nowhere near me, but I was just taking him out, dude. And there we go. Hold on. Now, I had a bit of trouble with this yesterday. Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Please keep going.
Yeah, I had a bit of trouble with this one yesterday. I won't go into too much detail, but basically, there's just a select movement that I have to do, which I'll quickly do now. And what I have to do is just jump, push against that railing so that I have enough speed to get across. And that's how you do that. I fell down maybe 2 or 3 times yesterday, and it was very dumb. But anyway, go ahead. What did you need to say?
Oh, I just wanted to point out that we're less than $120 away from you doing those backwards long jumps.
Wow, there's more stars in Mario 64 than there are dollars remaining. I think we could all do that, don't you think, chat? Let's see, where are we going? We're doing the PeekingBoo hunt now, which is basically going to the top floor by going up this hidden secret path. Wow, Nintendo thought of everything. And then going over here onto the balcony, and once again, I'm gonna suck him in the face. Tell him that the dead don't belong here. There we go, piece of cake. Now, I'm not fancy enough to do the cool speed stuff that you see a lot of runners do with this stage, but oh good, it ate my jump again. Okay, it ate my jump again, and it also didn't let me get a kick. So we're gonna go and climb up the mansion again. Ah, boy. That's always fun. This is what we call the walk of shame. There you go, Mario. There you go.
You know, you said you socked that other enemy in the face, and Sexox pointed out that you pretty much sock every enemy since you're wearing socks.
Oh yeah, that's exactly right. And also, like, I didn't mean to sound disgusted there. It's also because I ate my input again. So now we're going around again. But yeah, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. I sock every enemy. Oh my goodness. Please get me up here. It's like, it's reaching that point of like embarrassment now where it's like, hey, you know this thing that you've done like so many hundreds of times? Why can't you do it? Let's try again. Jump. There you go, Mario. You did it. Okay, me and Mario kind of have this this love-hate relationship / eternal battle going on, where I say jump and he says, you know what, maybe later. And, you know, sometimes it happens, but what can you do? Okay, so we're gonna dive down the stairs. When we reach the bottom, now we have to go and collect MIPS, which is the little yellow rabbit that's bouncing around in the basement. And we need to do that because we need... Mario, please. We need to do that because we have to actually collect him twice this run. So let's... Okay, well, that went about as well as I was expecting it to, all things considered. Also hit an invisible wall there. There we go. We got the backup jump at least. That's the great thing about the input display, is that you guys can see when I press a button and then Mario does nothing. So, I don't feel like I've I don't feel like it's me messing up, but maybe I'm just pressing too late. I don't know. The game's very temperamental sometimes. So now that we got Mips, we're going to tell Toad about it. Toad's going to congratulate us for our speed and agility in being able to collect a star from a rabbit, and he's going to give us a star of his own. Thanks, Toad. Which now leads us into Hazy Maze Cave. Alright. So from here, pretty much every single stage, or every single star is the same, more or less. It all pretty much involves going left, and then doing some fancy weird movement in this next room. So there's the first one. That's the emergency exit. Next one we're going to be doing is rolling through rocks, which is pretty self-explanatory. So if you've got any other announcements, feel free to drop them in.
Okay, well, I just want to give a volume warning because Fruity Waffles did a donation and it requires me to, I have to yell Yahoo a bunch, so hope you're ready. I hope everybody's ready.
I'm not ready, I can't do anything.
This is a $25 donation. Oh, sorry, this is a $25 donation from Fruity Waffles that says, Yahoo! Yahoo! I hope I got the right number of yas there.
That's it, that's how it goes. Alright, here we go.
Gotta apologize to my neighbors.
Okay, it is Dory time. So, unlike the previous 2 stars, we're going to be going in here, and this is probably one of the easiest tricks in the game that you guys can do at home. See this dark patch on the wall? Just stand to the right of it and hold up. There you go. You fall straight through. The hardest part of that setup is just making sure that you are below the elevator as it's coming down. But that's all you got to do. You just got to walk straight into that wall. We're going to do that 2 more times. So if you missed it the first time, you're going to see it now and then 1 more after. So yeah, that demonstration again. Let's see. I'll try and slow it down a bit more. So we land on, we jump off, hold up, and fall through. Okay. Now we're going to the next area. Why did I ground pound? That was
I'll remind everybody that
Go ahead.
that donation puts it at less than $100 from those backward long jumps. Closer and closer. How many stars in are we? 29?
We are at 29 right now, yeah. Out of 70.
We have 40 stars to earn less than $100. I believe in you, chat. I believe in you.
Good luck, chat.
Also, I want to see those backwards long jumps.
Yeah, if need be, I'll start throwing for content. I can do that. I'm really good at it. Sometimes it's not intentional, but I'm really good at it. All right, well that's star number 30. So far so good. Okay. So that thing we just did twice, we're now going to do it a 3rd time, which is once again going into the door, landing on the elevator, landing below it, and then whipping through the wall. So it's very important that you actually do learn that trick. Well, that was scary. Because it just makes everything that much easier. That being said, I'm pretty sure real speedrunners that use their hands and everything, they actually don't do this at all because they don't need to. They just jump over the top because it's faster. But, you know, I'm not that good. Okay, so we're gonna go over to here. I'm gonna push against this wall, double jump and kick off it. And that actually gives you enough height to drop onto the button that's in the water, letting you open this without the metal Mario cap. So you're probably wondering, well then why did you get the metal Mario cap? That's a great question. Thank you everybody for asking that. The reason I get it is because there are some later stages that just end up being faster thanks to the cap. Or there's just certain tricks that I can't do without the cap. So I'll point those out as they come up. But for me, the cap is definitely necessary, which you don't usually see in a 70-star run. So let's go down into the toxic maze. Alright. Now, obviously, there is a metal cap right there, so that if we need a bit of insurance, we have it there so that we don't lose health in the toxic maze here. But since we know where we're going, we can just go straight to the goal. Oops. Okay. I tried to get a quick little dive there, but the game decided to not give me that, so... There we go. And that's everything done in Hazy Maze Cave. GG's. So we're going to re-enter the stage because it's faster to do so for me. What I'm going to do is exit course, and if you do that, it takes you back to the middle of the of Peach's castle. So with that, it lets me access Jolly Roger Bay and the aquarium that's in this room just a little faster than having to navigate the whole basement again. And in we go, I guess. If Mario would be so kind, thank you. Alright. And so now we have swimming in a circle for the next minute or so. Fancy. There is one thing that happens in this game that I haven't really had the opportunity to point out yet, and if everything goes well, I'll never have to point it out. But you're gonna see me do it a lot. It's not just because I'm like bad at the game, but what I do is I end up stopping. I stop Mario from moving in a lot of situations, and that's because whenever I need to change directions, Mario has two ways of changing directions. Sometimes he will immediately go back in the opposite direction. Other times he'll do a quarter turn and basically try to walk around in a circle to get back to where he was going. And it doesn't make much of a difference until you're on a very narrow platform, and then suddenly you just want to travel between left and right, but Mario says, no, I'm going to walk off the edge. That happens a lot, and it's really frustrating. So hopefully it never happens in this run, but if it does, I'll point it out. I hate it. And speaking of hating it, we have pretty much, I want to say maybe five water stages now. So there's just going to be a whole lot of swimming. And there's not really a whole lot to say, but, you know, long story short, we're going to say hello to the eel, and then we're going to swim back up to the top. And then swim back down to the bottom so that he starts swimming out. There he is. Now, typically in a speed run, they actually build up enough speed while swimming to clip into the shipwreck. I've never been able to do it personally, so it's not something I want to risk, especially in a marathon run. But you know, that's fine. You get to see a different way of playing the game, the intended way. Are you doing this to me? Okay. I got really worried for a sec there. I thought it was not going to give it to me. Okay. We got a nice little bonk off the box, and now we have to take a bit of time getting the star. And GG. Okay. Now this is one of the stars that ends up being faster for me, thanks to having the metal cap. So what I have to do is swim over to the bob-omb, first of all, because we have to unlock the cannon. Hi, bud. And then from there, what we're going to be doing is getting the metal cap that is over here. And with that, we're going to take it to the bottom of the lake. Now, a typical speedrunner will be able to swim fast enough through this current, which I believe involves some pretty precise analog stick movement to go with it as well. For me, it doesn't work out so well. Whether it's because of how well I'm swimming or because of how well I'm maintaining the swimming angle, either way, it just doesn't work out. So I can't do it. I have to use the metal cap. It's just faster that way. And we get to enjoy cannons. Now cannons with the Dancepad are also quite terrible because I don't have slow movement. I don't have that finer movement that lets me point the cannon exactly where I need to. But thankfully, if I just let the cannon go neutral, it actually moves into a certain position where I can then manipulate it with the pads without any issues. So that one is thankfully very, very forgiving. But some of the other cannons in this game are really quite awful. And with that, we've just passed the halfway point of the run. And we're almost out of Watertown, so that's great.
Do you have time for a donation or two here?
Sure.
I have a $1 from donation from Those Pixels, who says, "Do your best swamp impression," smiley face. Now, Those Pixels, if you're in chat, do you want me, the host, to do my best swamp impression, or do you want PeekingBoo to do his best swamp impression?
How dare you offset this onto me?
I mean...
Yeah, you're right.
It wasn't specified, it just says, "Do your best swamp impression."
No, you're right, you're right. Oh wait, there's one more stage.
I mean, we could both do it.
That's true.
More bang for your buck.
We could have a womp
More
off.
swamp for your dollar.
Either is fine. Yeah, just say both.
Alright.
Alright.
Alright. Am I going first? Are you going first?
Nah, off like a band-aid. Let's go.
That was so good! That was so good! How am I supposed to follow that?
Oh my god.
I hope that was worth $1.
I think that was well worth the $1. Oh, okay, apparently I'm not swimming downwards anymore. So when you hit a wall, it likes to push you up very quickly. The game prefers pushing you up over pushing you down, and I guess that makes sense. You know, this is the first 3D platformer. You don't want your players that have never experienced swimming in 3D to suddenly drown because they're near a wall. But yeah, it's just kind of annoying when you're trying to swim to the bottom and you can't because the wall's pushing you up. And... now one thing I haven't mentioned about the chests, which is too late now because I've already done it, but you don't have to actually be in front of the chests, you just need to be facing in the direction where you would be facing if you were in front of the chests. So by that I mean, if the chest is in front of me, Mario should be facing up, but if I'm standing to the left of the chest and facing up, it will still open as long as I'm touching it. So you can just kind of run past them and touch them with your hand. Pretty fancy. Now we're going into Dire Dire Docks. I did say that there wasn't going to be any more water stages, but I kind of misremembered. There is more. So here we go again, more swimming. Guys, let's make her yell more stuff. That sounds great.
My neighbors just come and like knock on the wall. Just for reference, I can hear my neighbors blowing their nose. Like those are the walls in my apartment. So
can we get donations to hear them blowing their nose?
I mean, if I put the mic up to the wall, if the time is right. Go knock on my neighbor's door. Look, it's for charity. Blow your nose.
Okay, so all we got to do in this stage is just swim around in a certain pattern to get to open these chests in a certain order. So we've just accomplished that. Basically, start from the far right and then go around in a counterclockwise direction. Skip the one in the middle and then grab the one in the middle last. But here we go, piece of cake. Next up is the Bowser sub.
We have time for a quick donation here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had a $20 donation from Anonymous who just says, "Good luck, have fun." That puts us only $33 away from that backwards long jump goal and $5,000 raised for able gamers.
Nice. So the way I'm gonna
away.
The way I'm gonna do this, I think, is because the endless staircase doesn't. It's no longer endless if I collect all 70 stars, right? Which means that I need to have 69 stars going into the final stage. So if we do meet that, I think what I'll do is we'll go in there with 69 stars and then I'll just collect the red coins at the end. during the Bowser stage. That's probably the way to cap it off as 70. Whoopsie. Even though we've ruined the sanctity of the run, where BLJs are actually banned and it invalidates the whole thing, that's okay because it's in the name of charity. 1, 2.
That's okay because you fell off the roof long enough times to offset it.
Yeah, that's true actually. That's true. We can just, yeah, we can cheat the speed run if we do bad earlier. That's, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. So what we're gonna do now is, we're in the second Bowser stage, and this is one of the few stages that functions more like a side-scroller than anything. So all I really have to do is hold left and right. Every now and then I do have to, oh, that was rude. Every now and then I do have to hold up and down just to get a few wayward coins, but for the most part it's just a left and right. And lining myself up with certain things on the floor so I can get certain red coins. Also going to get a side flip here so we don't have to waste time climbing up the pole. A couple of wall kicks. And I want to jump and land there. Now the reason I stopped there is because of that quarter turning issue that I mentioned, where if I change directions, instead of just moving in that direction, Mario will decide to run around in a circle and make things very, very awkward. But yeah, thankfully if I just wait long enough, that doesn't happen, so. Alright, just a couple more coins to go. So we long jump across here, stop here, so we can get that coin. Oh, I'm not even in line with the pole. I really like getting this one. You just kind of, whoops. Okay, well, I don't like getting this one anymore. This sucks. Alright, it worked out. So what was supposed to happen there is I was supposed to jump and then do a kick in midair to kind of get me over to the other ledge. But instead, I hit my head on the block that was up here, which pushed me down and prevented me from being able to actually do the kick anymore. So there you go. That was fun. The quick trick for this stage is C left and C down to get this horizontal camera angle here. You wait for this to stop shaking behind Bowser and then grab his tail. And then just throw him left. GG. Now I haven't really pointed out how I'm doing Bowser spins with the dance pads. I will just gloss over it real quickly because we're going to do it again later. But basically when you're spinning Bowser, as long as you're holding a direction, Bowser doesn't lose speed on the spin. And so what you can do is you can keep one direction held and then tap a direction that's opposite to the direction you're holding, and it will build up speed. It will just build up speed. And because I don't have an analog stick, I can press left and right at the same time. And in doing so, it lets me maintain the speed while adding more speed. So I just hold right and mash left. And that's how I do the Bowser spins. So when we get to the... Wow, that really happened, huh? Okay, that really happened too. We just died on one of the easiest stages in the game. Let's do that again. Okay, so what I'm doing here is rotating the camera so that I have a nice, clear movement of just holding up. I was supposed to long jump here so I could clear that gap, and then it's just a quick run around, and then a final long jump into the star there. I don't know what went wrong beforehand. I'm going to assume it was my fault for kind of explaining what was going on. It happens. Okay. But yeah, with that, we're in Lethal Lava Land now, which means that we have probably got a whole bunch of lava boosting coming our way. So, first thing we're going to take care of is the bully in this far end here. So we just lava boost over to where he is, pick him off. 1, 2. I get a triple jump, or is it gonna eat it? Nah, ate it. Okay, that's alright though. It's really hard to time, so I'm not surprised I messed it up. Having done that, we're gonna travel even further into the far corner of this stage, and we're going to do exactly what we did just a second ago. This time with 3 little bullies before the big bully. It's funny how many stars in this game are actually very similar to one another, but you don't really notice it or care all that much. You just kind of go, haha, more bullies, yay. Also, I did this wrong. I wasn't supposed to come here. There's actually a faster way of me getting here, but once again, I got distracted by my own talking, and here we are. Right, come on, buds. Nice. Ground pound, that knocks him out. And I missed the star, of course I did. And I missed it again. There we go. There we go. I know what I'm doing. I can perceive depth, I have 2 eyes. Whew.
We have time for donation here?
Go ahead.
Alright, well, we made it, friends. We got enough donations. We have made that goal. We are going to be seeing those backwards long jumps. So congratulations. Good job. We have a $15 donation here from Pariah1165 that said, this is honestly one of the most fun speedruns I've ever seen, and you're so good at explaining everything, Peeking. Keep it up, and... sound.
Okay, just bear with me while I just collapse in a heap here. For some reason, I can't triple jump to save my life. But thank you for reading that donation, because I think nobody actually noticed. So, good stuff. But yeah, congrats everybody.
There's more exciting donations on the way, let me tell you.
Awesome,
but
awesome.
Please go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm good.
Oh, really?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
wallowing in self-pity right now.
Alright, well, I would just have to say a huge thank you to Fruity Waffles for donating $33 and saying this one's caps so you can do it quietly with the happy face, except for I don't know how I can do this quietly. Yahoo! Yahoo!
Are we Mario or are we Xena right now?
I feel like I was channeling Xena there for a minute. I don't know, yeah.
Okay, well thank you for your donation.
So many yas.
Yeah, there really are. Okay, so what am I doing here? I'm climbing up inside the volcano to get a couple of stars here. And we just did another quick lava boost, and we've got one more stage before we're moving on from Lethal Lava Land, and we get to do one of my more favorite tricks in the game just after this stage. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys are too.
Some F's in chat for my neighbors. Some F's in chat for me, because I have to.
Okay, let's go. No, you're doing great. You're doing great. I'm sure they know you're doing great.
Thank you so much. I'm more concerned with dealing with, yeah, somebody might talk to me. I have a neighbor with like 2 toddlers and a baby, so
Well, I mean, you know, if they make noise, it's only fair that you do too, right? You know, you gotta share it. Like, I'm in an apartment building, I'm on the 3rd floor. I haven't heard any complaints from my own neighbors, which I'm actually really surprised about because I have nothing but complaints to say about my upstairs neighbors, who I can always hear stepping. But, you know, who knows, maybe each floor is wired differently. But anyway, this is my favorite star in the game, so I'm gonna take a moment to do it real quick, and messed it up. Awesome. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get a different star, because I want to try and do it again. It's really fun. Mario, get out of the quicksand. Despite its name, it's actually surprisingly slow. And 1, 2, okay, let's fall down again. 1, 2, 3, we'll get this one instead. Alright, alright. So we'll try this again. This is kind of the, it's like the fly guy hop into hitting the big bird. It's not a very hard trick, but it did take me a few hours of grinding when I first learned it, so I don't know, I just really want to pull it off. Oh man, okay. Well, today's not the day. I got it first try yesterday, I was feeling confident about it, but today's not the day, so be it. We're just gonna mosey on over to this side. Okay, we get to try it again. I thought he had enough juice to get over, man. Guess not. So let's try that again. This is just me wanting to do the trick, okay? It has nothing to do with my ability to play the game, I just want to do it. So here we go. Here we go. Okay, good, good, love it. There it is. Ain't that great? Wasn't that worth 3 attempts? I think so. Look how smooth that is. Imagine if every star was like that, including this one 2 attempts ago. Alright, so we've got one more star that we have to do in the in Shifting Sandland. I'm not actually a very big fan of this stage because in order to do a lot of stars, you have to hit the 4 pillars and then... Oh boy, okay. I had to jump there because I thought I was going to go into the pyramid, which would have been really bad. Okay. 2, 3. But yeah, what we're doing now is just hitting the 4 pillars so that we can get inside the top of the pyramid. And this is going to be the only one I do on this stage before we move on. Because every other stage requires pretty much... Whoopsie. Oops, that was a bit weird. Every other stage requires going around the stage a couple of times or entering the pyramid multiple times, and all of it's just a bad time. So, for 70 star, it's too slow. But I am going to go in here just so I can long jump at that star and collect it. That's great. And with that we have 50 stars, which is super convenient, because when you have 50 stars and you're in the basement, MIPS reappears and you can collect it again. So there he is. Got him. Okay. That's star number 51. And now we get to go to the 3rd floor. But we're not going to go back through the basement. No, that's probably the same speed as how I'm doing it now, but I'm going to say it's slower. And what we're going to do is enter the stage and exit the stage. And that way we can go straight up here. Okay. So there's a quick little clip here. You just double jump into that side wall and you just grab the floor above you. Very easy to do. And then, depending on how high you enter this painting, the water level will change. So I jump to the very top so that the water level is as high as possible. And that just simply allows me to get up to this very top section so that I can get... Oh, okay, well, it decided to push me down. And also decided to not let me grab, so let's just go around. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Awesome. That's not actually what I intended to do. I think I might need to look at my jump button at some point because I seem to be having a lot of drop to jump inputs. What I intended to do there was actually jump and just shift myself to the right slightly, but once again the jump didn't go, and yeah, that just kind of threw the whole movement off. Now what I have to do is kind of improv with a different camera angle to what I'm used to doing. And everything just falls apart from there, right? Because if the camera angle changes and I don't have direct control over the camera, which, by the way, I don't think I really mentioned that throughout this whole run, but yeah, I don't really control the camera while I play. Mario, please be a kind soul and get up there. There we go. There we go. Okay. Why did I dive? What am I doing? We're throwing for content right now. So yeah, this stage does not normally go how this stage is currently going. We'll go up here again. get the angle that we want, jump while moving horizontally across while the camera angle's changing. I'll just do a safety ground pound there. There we go. That's all I needed to do. Wow, that took a bit of time. Go ahead if you have any messages, by the way.
Well, my message is you're still doing amazing.
Thank you. That makes it all worthwhile. Oh, you know what? Having just said that, my mind completely blanked and I went to the top of the painting again when I was supposed to go to the bottom. But it's okay, it doesn't lose a lot of time, it just means I have to swim down to the bottom first, instead of just falling there. So we'll go over to here now. And you guys might not know, but there's actually a warp here. And that warp takes us to where the cannon is. I did not mean to kick that box. No, why? Why are you like this? Okay. But that's okay, we can just warp again. You guys should check out the Midwest Speedfest Twitter, by the way. They retweeted something that I posted yesterday saying that I was really ready for this run today. And for any of you that saw the tweet before seeing this run, then you're probably not surprised at anything that I'm doing right now, because that tweet was an absolute mess. I highly encourage you guys to check it out.
I didn't watch it, and now I really need to watch it. I mean, I assumed that it showed you killing it, because I watched the VODs of you playing this, and they're all amazing, so...
Oh, I killed it alright. That's one way of putting it. Okay.
You're so mean to yourself. You're still doing far better than I ever could with a controller in my hands, so...
I'll take what I can get. Like, I'm still... Let's be real, like, what I'm doing has taken a tremendous amount of practice and all sorts of, I guess, grinding to just get used to all of this stuff. So, like, it's still impressive, but then sometimes things just happen and it's just like, wow, how long did you say you've been playing this game again? But yeah, it's a fun time. You can't laugh at yourself, what can you do? Alright, let's get some good gameplay going on now, though. We're gonna triple... Man! Why? I don't want to make declarations because they just don't happen. So let's do it again as though I was declaring exactly what was gonna happen, right? I'm gonna do these stars out of order now because it's just faster this way. So we'll dive over to him. If you slide on your... Hey! If you slide on your belly, you would normally push him straight off, but I guess... It's a marathon run, so that didn't happen. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump straight at the slope that I was going toward there. We're going to do what I explained earlier of getting the triple jump on that slope, and that will let me completely jump over the wall. And this is faster than going around the whole stage. So 1, 2, 3. And there, just like that, we're on the other side of the stage. And so I can land on this guy. Awesome. Love it when that happens. And we can get this star right here. There it is.
Very nice.
But we have to do that one more time. Just to show that I'm actually capable. I've got to do it again. So this time we're going for the red coins, which we need the shell for. So once again, long jump, triple jump over the slope, jump off this... Oh man. I think the more I explain stuff, the less it happens. Okay, let's go around again. We can do this. We can do this. There it is, we got it. We got it. Yeah, commentary and doing this gameplay at the same time does have its moments where my brain just kind of melts. There we go, get the coin. And it's as simple as that. That's why we need the shell, so that we can get the coins that are on the ice pond. Okay. We have one more star to get from Snowman's Land, and then we're moving on to Tall Tall Mountain. So thankfully, this stage is actually very easy. Having said that, the triple jump tech that most people use, I've never been able to do myself, so I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist and just go through the intended way. There we go. Wow, we're nearly done with this run. There's only 12 more stars to go. Been good, chat. I hope you guys have enjoyed it.
There are people excited in chat right now to be seeing you running this in the Dancepad, so I think everybody is enjoying it very much. There are people who should be sleeping who are staying awake to watch this run.
Alright, so we got another badge of honor from Toad. So now we're entering Tall Tall Mountain. There's actually a really cool clip that you can do in this stage, where if you just hold up long jump as you hit this slope and then mash jump, you can just get straight through the wall here. And it probably doesn't look all that much, but this game has up walks, and they... and they're very helpful, because when you reach a certain point, the game's like, wait, you shouldn't be there, let's put you at the nearest available floor that's above you. And it just sends you straight to the top of the mountain, pretty much. So that's another really easy trick to get, because it's pretty much as soon as you start the stage. Honestly, entering the painting is harder than doing the trick itself. But that's the only time I actually do that trick, because I'm super inconsistent at everything in Tall Tall Mountain. So I just prefer not to do it, even though some of it is faster than other stars. So I just go for the two easier ones, which is the one we just did, and that one just there. So we're leaving Tall Tall Mountain, and now we're going for the two easiest stars in Tiny Huge Island. So if you enter in from the left, you enter into Tiny Island. If you enter in the right, you enter Huge Island. But we never enter from the right because Huge Island is more ground to cover, which is slower. So we're going to take the pipe over to Huge Island instead. Punch. And all we have to do is just go around in this circle, taking out all the piranha plants. Oh, really missed that one. And yes. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned actually through the course of this whole run is that what you'll be seeing me do with pretty much every star that I collect is trying to ground pound below it. And the reason why you do that is because when you ground pound, you fall to the ground faster. Okay, got it. You fall to the ground faster than if you were just normally jumping. So by starting a ground pound when you're waiting to collide with the star, it's just a very small time save that over the course of 70 to 120 stars really adds up. Also, what am I doing? Just get up there, Mario. Now watch how much the camera swings here. That camera swing there used to be the result of so many deaths. Yeah. So just like that, he drops straight down to the floor. So from here, pretty much all of the remaining stars are going to be up here in Tippy, which is the tip top of the castle. I'm just going to practice a BLJ real quick, just to get a feel for it. Cool. So there you go, there's a taste of what's to come. We didn't need to do that one, but whoops. But we did anyway. Just needed to warm up before the main event, you know? So, because I entered the clock too soon, I actually need everything to be moving. To be not moving, I should say. So I just exited the stage and then entered again. And this way, everything is stopped. And all I have to do is just go up this side and collect the red coins. I still can do this stage when everything's moving, but it just becomes really awkward and inconsistent, and I'd rather not deal with that. There we go. Okay. Looks like we're doing pretty good on estimates so far as well. I'm about 3 minutes ahead, so the marathon is saved. That actually feels really good. Yeah, it feels really good considering the tech issues we were having before the run. So I'm happy about that.
I'm telling you, you've been doing amazing.
Okay. If you have anything else to read, by all means go ahead, because this stage is going to be the same thing like 4 times in a row.
Okay, well, I would love to remind everybody about the incentives that we still have up. We still have that one for the short animal game bonanza to wear a different hat each run. I am a huge fan of silly hats, and I really want to see this incentive met. It is at $46 out of $80, so not too far to go. We could make it. Just a few donations. We also have an incentive open for the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Glitch Exhibition. I love Glitch Exhibitions. We're sitting at $10 out of $150 for that. So when you get your donations in, don't forget to put them towards those incentives, unlock those silly hats for me, please. And then unlocking that Glitch Exhibition, because we all want more Midwest Speed Fest.
So during what you were announcing, that the thing I did well, not the part where I just died. The thing that I did well was the part where I struggled in the tweet. So having just seen where I did okay, for anyone that wants to check out the tweet on the Midwest Speed Fest Twitter page, by all means, because it's pretty much over a minute of just tripping over myself. It just goes to show like how easily everything can go wrong time and time again. Okay, so all I'm doing is waiting for the camera to hide the clock hands, because when it does, that's when I know that it's at the top, which stops the clock. So we're gonna do the exact same thing again. So up we go. The reason I take this path is because it's actually a side scroller with how the camera moves. I can just hold left and right, and Mario will get to the top. If I go anywhere else, you can see as I'm moving, the camera is like swinging around, changing angle constantly. And if I'm not careful, you know, one false move will send me elsewhere. So it's just a more consistent way of climbing up the tower. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ignore the star that Toad gives you in favor of doing the 70th star in the Bowser stage. So here we go. These are the last 2 stars that we normally get in the run. The first is the swing and rainbow ride. So if you long jump against that fence there and then slightly tap right before you reach the donut blocks, it'll let you grab it. Unfortunately, colliding with that Goomba means I can't get the fast cycle on this swing, but it is what it is. And one more. So this is pretty much the same, except instead of going right, we're going to go left and do the tricky triangles. So once again, long jump right against that fence post there, tap right a tiny bit, that gets you over here. And then it's just a case of jumping, and this part's a side scroller, side flipping. Okay, there you go. So, hopefully I'm warmed up enough now, because we have 69 stars, and I have to BLJ up the endless stairs. So let's do it. Got a couple of forward long jumps up the big stairs. And remember, you guys made this happen, so shout outs to all of you. Hopefully it doesn't take too long.
Let's get some hype in the chat. You donated for him. Backward long jump. Hype, hype.
There you go. All right. Had me going for a second there. I thought, oh, we might be here for a while. Okay, it ate my jump again, but we saved it. We're good. Yeah, let's go, everybody. Backward long jumps. They're actually really hard to do. When I do them, I actually start holding my breath. So if I do them for too long, I almost feel like I'm gonna faint. So I'm glad it worked out. Oopsie, 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 oopsie. Wait. Okay. Well, we gotta do it again. Let's go. Some of these deaths have been something, that's for sure. Alright, I just have to wait here because I would have died if I hadn't ground pounded. There we go. Yeah, the only way you clip into wet dry world with doing backward long jumps is if you go up the left-hand side. So you're pretty much guaranteed to never do it if you go up the right. Okay, we didn't get burned, which is fantastic. So this red coin, hey, 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 there it is. It's in line with those coins I just collected here. Very easy visual cue, despite it still being hidden. Alright, so you saw it at the start of the run, but we're going to do it again. This is the slope kicking, which I pressed very prematurely. So if you hold A and tap B, you kick up a slope, and you don't slide down. Very handy, but only some slopes let you do it. Maybe you can, Sex Rex. I wouldn't have the slightest idea. I've never known it to happen going on the right side though. Okay. And well, I didn't get the sick jump, but it's probably for the best because I needed to collect that coin anyway. So it would have felt bad to get it and then drop off the pole anyway. Come on, Mario. Okay, so that's coin number 7. In we go. We are approaching the final coin, thus the final star. Then after that, it's just the Bowser fight. So, the final coin is hidden under the stairway. Shoutouts to game design. Okay. When I lost track of Mario, I thought, wait, did I accidentally long jump? I'm not sure. Oh hey, we just got told that we can go through the Bowser door now. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys an easy way to fight Bowser 3 that you normally won't see in a speedrun. So what you can do, and this is RNG, it's a 50-50 chance, but Bowser can run at you like this. If you backflip over him and grab him near a bomb, then drop him, he explodes immediately. Now for me, this is faster than trying to spin and throw him. The only time it's slower is when Bowser starts doing these jumps, because they cost me about 7 seconds each time. But considering how long it might take me to build up speed spinning and then throwing him and missing, it's worth the risk. So that's throw number 2. Now unfortunately Bowser starts catching on to what we're doing, and he gets rid of those corners that we normally stand in. So now I do have to hold right and mash left to build up the speed. But that ain't enough, you know? We can still take him down. We know how to spin him. It's all good. And when I hit this star, that will be time. So here we go. And time. GG. That run was great. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a lot of things certainly went wrong, which I guess I have to expect, but at least it was funny when it did, right? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the run. If you want to see more runs like this, My whole channel is pretty much dedicated to Dancepad playthroughs and speedruns. Mario is definitely my forte, but I've also done games like Celeste. Like I've done pretty much all the Mario games. So we're talking from Mario 3 all the way up to Mario Odyssey. But yeah, we threw a bit of Splatoon in there and stuff like that as well. But that's all I got to say. Twitch.tv/PeekingBoo. And thank you guys for having me.
Thank you so much for that amazing run. It was really great. And it was all for charity, all for able gamers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And also thank you everybody that brought us to 5K. Good on you guys. You know, if it weren't for that, this run would have been legitimate. And we can't let that happen. Ever.
Thank you for that extra incentive. You know, but chat really turned it out for your incentive. So thank you. We made it to 5K.
No problem. All right. Have a good run, everybody. Enjoy the next run and the rest of the marathon.